Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks you for dialing in for tonight's IPO webinar. Here we have Ten Holdings Berhad will be listed on main market on 2nd of May. Ten Holdings Berhad principally involved in the first, they provide of satellite-based communication networks and services. Second, they also provide of fiber optic communication networks and services. And third, they provide telecommunication infrastructure services and managed services. Later on, our Rich Time management team will discuss it in detail. Here, we glad to honor the company managing director, Liu Chin. Hi, Liu.
Hello, Shane. How are you?
Yeah, quite good. Thank you. And welcome our executive director, Mr. Lu. Hi, Mr. Lu.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, let's review the corporate video before we run through the presentation. Thank you.
Rooted in the heart of Sarawak, our journey began in 2005 with a singular purpose: to connect communities, empower progress, and shape the future of connectivity. From humble beginnings, we have grown into a trusted partner for enterprises, government entities, and individuals alike. At Reach 10, we stand at the forefront of the telecommunications industry, transforming Sarawak's digital landscape with state-of-the-art telecommunications networks to robust infrastructure. We deliver comprehensive solutions designed with you in mind. We are principally involved in the following. Our cutting-edge VSAT infrastructure provides reliable and secure satellite communication networks and services. Designed for enterprises, government entities, and remote rural communities, our solutions bridge the digital divide, ensuring that even the most remote areas stay connected to the world. With a team of experts always ready to go the extra mile, we ensure the seamless connectivity you need wherever you are.
At Reach 10, we're closing the gap. Partnering with Starlink as the official reseller allows us to empower the remaining 3% of Malaysia's population without terrestrial network access. As a one-stop provider for satellite broadband services, delivering seamless, resilient, and high-quality internet services to all.
Our impact can be seen across numerous projects, from broadband wireless access under federal initiatives, to Saluran project providing rural internet connectivity across the state, and VSAT backhaul services under the Rural Telecommunication Project by ESDA. We are proud to be the force behind these vital services, bringing the power of communication to all corners of Sarawak. We design, build, own and operate fiber optic communication networks and services in Kuching and Samarahan, Sarawak. Our fiber optic services, including extensive fiber optic networks, reliable high-speed internet and data connections, empower businesses and communities alike. And it's not just about internet access. Our fiber optic networks also provide data connections through dedicated fiber optic cabling, reserved exclusively for you. Our projects, such as providing mobile in-building and broadband services to shopping malls, apartments, and shophouses in Kuching, are just a glimpse of how we're reshaping our shared digital future. Every project we undertake is a step towards a more connected, digitally empowered Sarawak. From the initial design stages to construction and installation, all the way through to ongoing managed services, we offer end-to-end support for telecommunication infrastructure. Our focus is on building and maintaining telecommunication infrastructure that is always optimized and performing at its peak. With the licenses we hold, we are an approved telecommunications facility provider ready to construct, install and maintain telecommunications infrastructure across the region. Our projects include the construction of telecommunication towers under Sarawak government initiatives, cellular connectivity services surrounding Berhad, as well as manage services of the 5G monopoles located strategically across Kuching, Cebu, and Samaraha, paving the way for Sarawak's connected future. At Reach 10, we don't just build networks, we build connections that empower communities, drive progress, and shape the future.
All right. Thank you for the corporate video. Without further ado, we'll start the presentation. Over to you, Leo.
Hi. Good evening. Michelle, are you going to do the introduction first?
I can do the introduction first. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Michelle. Welcome to Reach 10's investors briefing. Before Leo start the presentation, just let me introduce our speakers for tonight. We have Mr. Leo Chin here with us, and also Mr. Lu Pak Lim. Both gentlemen are the promoters and also the key senior management of the companies, and they have been in this industry for more than 20 years. Yeah. So Leo will bring us through a presentation about the companies, followed by a Q&A session later.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Okay, yeah.
First of all, I would like to give a brief introduction about the company. So we have been around for almost 20 years. We have a footprint in the whole country, but we are quite concentrated in our market in Sarawak. So over the last 20 years, we have completed several sizable government initiative projects, such as the Jendela and also Sarawak. So if you can see from our revenue, a lot of it is derived from the government entities and also enterprise. As for the government entities, we are very proud to say that we've been supporting the Sarawak government in all the district office and also the remote office for their telecommunication requirement. But other than that, we also have a significant of our revenue coming from the rural community user, which is, as I mentioned just now, under the agenda and also the Sarawak initiative. One thing that we like to focus here is that most of our business are actually generated through the asset that we own, particularly a teleport that we have, which is the first one in Sarawak that is still operating. And also we have extensive fiber optic infra coverage in Kuching. So one of the reasons that we are going for the IPO is to raise capital so that we can actually expand our fiber optic coverage outside Kuching to go to beyond Kuching to go into Cebu, Miri, and also Bintulu. And also we also have some investment at the tower business. So if you notice in the press release recently that we are actually now an official reseller of Starlink services that actually allow us to offer additional alternative solutions to our customer. How are we able to operate these services? I think the first criteria is that we need to have the licenses from the authority, particularly MCMC, where we have the NFP and also NSP, two of the major individual license that allow us to actually own the asset, like the fiber cable, that we can actually deploy the fiber cable at the public road, at the what do you call that, government land, and also the tower that we have, and also the teleport. Those you require MCMC license. And one of the major significant differences that we have is that since we are operating in Sarawak, so we are required to have the UPKJ license to give us more freedoms in terms of our deployments. So basically, as just now, Shane mentioned that we have three major business segments. The first one being the satellite-based communication network and services. That is our major revenue contributor at this moment. And the second segment that we see there will be a lot of growth potential. That is our fiber optics network. And the third one is the telco infra. And also we provide managed services to other telecommunication operators. So allow me to go in a bit of the details. For the first segment, the VSAT services or satellite-based communication services. Currently, we are operating and we own more than 1,200 sites nationwide. But over 95–98% are actually in Sarawak due to the landmass and also the terrain, the challenge that we have in Sarawak. So satellite is a very unique offering in terms of providing the people or the enterprise or the government agency with the connectivity requirement that they need. For example, timber company, for example, plantation company, a lot of the big plantation company are actually relying on our services at their estate or at their palm oil mill. So as for the fiber optic network, currently we have more than 200 kilometers of fiber optic duct infra, particularly in Kuching and also some of the neighboring division like Samarahan or Serian. So with the proceed that we have, we will be able to expand our coverage from 200 kilometers to more than 700 kilometers within the time span of 3 years. So you can see the magnitude of the size that we are going to expand. It took us 14 years to build these 200 kilometers, but with the IPO exercise, we will be able to increase it from 200 to 700 within 3 years. So the third segment is our tower. We see a lot of demand, particularly from the 5G. So this 33 monopole that we have is actually for the 5G service provider. So we all know that there will be a second 5G service provider in the form of U-Mobile coming in very soon. So we will foresee that the demand is going to increase, especially for the 5G towers. So from this diagram, you can get some idea of how we actually operate our VSAT services. So the one in the middle on the top part is the satellite. That is the one that we do not own. We do not own the satellite in the sky. We usually lease the capacity from the satellite owner. And then what we have on the left-hand side is the teleport. So the teleport, we have a few big antenna. We call it Earth Station. The diameter can be 4.5 meter or 9 meter. So from there, we are able to manage the entire network. That is on the right-hand side that we have, as I mentioned just now, we have over 1,200 sites nationwide. So from our teleport, we will be able to do the control, the traffic, do the transmit and receiving, and then to get all the 1,200 sites connect to the internet. So this is basically what we do. So picture here shows is our teleport. It's actually located in Kuching. So with this, we have a very good infrastructure to undertake big scale satellite site deployment nationwide. So in the future, if there is any more initiative coming up from the government, we are actually well positioned to provide our services via this teleport that we have in Kuching. Pictures here give you all some idea of how the site, the 1,200 site, that how we install our so-called VSAT, the antenna. It can be on the wall and also on the ground. So some of the site we have to approach it by foot or by boat. Any form of access, we will go and undertake in order to bring the service to the most remote or extreme part area in Sarawak. At this moment, we have almost about 90 people in the company. So about half of them are actually technical stream. So a lot of them are actually deployed at the field. So currently in Sarawak, we have what do you call it, coverage. We have the center in Kuching, Sibu, Bintulu, Limbang, Betong, Kapit, and also we have a station in KK and also in KL. So we are able to give services to our customer in a very timely manner. Okay, next. So in the diagram here shows the extensive of our fiber coverage, particularly in Kuching area. So the white color is about 200 over kilometer of fiber optic duct infra. Actually, this one is taken down out from our prospectus. You can see that you can take comfort that we actually have a long-term working relationship with our key customers, whether it's a government agency or the private enterprise. So as I mentioned just now, 60% of the proceed that we have will be invested in the fiber optic network expansions. Reason being is that we have a very good what they call we have a very good result in the out of the 200 kilometer of fiber coverage that we have in Kuching. So we are very confident that if we were able to expand to Sibu, Miri, Bintulu, we will be able to duplicate the success model that we have in Kuching. So it seems like it will take a while because the deployment will take 3 years, minimum 3 years, I think. The good thing is that a lot of the link that we planned out, we have to submit to the authority for approval in the form of wear leave, and a significant part of it already we have the green light to start work. So the second segment is the tower. We actually earmarked 25 million to build additional 100 towers. It can be used for 4G. It can also be used for 5G. All the site will be in Sarawak. As for the satellite, we will be putting in, I think, about 4.5 million, 4.3 million into the satellite. Some of you might have the questions of why satellite is our major revenue contributor, and we are putting significantly less capex or investment into the satellite. The reason being is we have invested a fair bit of capex into this segment. So that's explain why we have a very dominant positions in this business segment, the satellite side. So we think that with the scale that we have, any business that coming to our way is going to be easily for us to scale up. Okay. So here are some of the initiatives that currently we are doing for the federal government, like the Jendela, and the state government, Sarawak. We have the so-called Saluran and also the smart towers. We would actually foresee that there will be a lot more budget to be given to these 3 initiatives, whether it's from federal or from the Sarawak government. So I think what we have here, be it the investment in our fiber or the current capacity that we have in our satellite or the tower that we have, we are well positioned to continue to what do you call it, to continue to provide our services to meet the objective of the government. So the next one, we're talking about the financial. Maybe I let Mr. Lu to take over.
Thanks, Leo. Okay, you can see from the financial, we have grown exponentially from 2021 to 2024. For the 2024 figures, the 12 months figures, we are the revenue will be about 170 million and the profit will be about 70 million. I think I saw one question asking why our revenue growth has grown so much post COVID. I think we are one of the major beneficiaries of the COVID because of COVID, the government have rolled out the Jendela program, and for the state government, they have rolled out the Saluran program. This way you can see our profit or revenue grow from 86 to 174 to 182 and to 170. So and at the same time, the profit also have grown during that period. But as Leo have mentioned, 80 to 90% of our revenue actually is derived from the satellite communications. So, and we expect this to continue for the next 3-4 years until probably the whole the remaining 3% of the population are covered. Okay, here you can see that our revenue, more than 90% of the revenue is recurring, and the other 10% are one-off, which are basically the capex and the installation costs. And you look at our financial, I think we have built up a very strong balance sheets throughout the year, and our gearing is almost zero. At the moment it's 0.1, but after 2024 it'll be 0. And we have a cash balance of more than 70 million before the IPO proceeds. So we have a very strong balance sheet, and this will give us a very good position to capitalize on any opportunities that will arise in the next 2-3 years. And at the moment, we have an order book of 175 million. But of course, at the same time, we are bidding for quite a number of projects, and we expect this order book to grow in the next 2-3 months. Okay, these are the contribution from the government initiative. You can see that Jendela is one of the major contributor, and Saluran, which is the state government project, is the other contributor. I saw the other question was asking about customer A, how we managed to build the relationship with customer A. Customer A is not in the Jendela or Saluran, but that is the state government Sarawak net project. We have both satellite service and fiber service for customer A. So we have a very strong relationship with this customer, and we expect this to continue for the very long time in the future. Okay, these are just some of the ongoing projects. You can see it from the prospectus. Okay, the IPO summary, I think, as you can see, there are 4 major substantial shareholders. There's Mr. Leo, myself, Edison, and Mr. Wong. And I think, Michelle, you want to go through this? I think we all have it in the prospectus. In the prospectus. Maybe we just go through the IPO proceeds and see what we're going to do. Okay. Yeah, Leo, can you maybe you go through this section?
Yeah, this one just now, like I mentioned, 60 million will be spent on the satellite fiber optic infra. 25 million to be spent on the tower, and 4.3 million will be spent on the satellite-based communication to enhance and our current capabilities. 5 million for working capital and 8 million for the listing expenses, 1.7 million to repay the bank borrowing. So you can see that of the proceeds, majority of it will be spent on the capex for our future business. Okay. So here are the important dates. The 18th of April is a closing date for the applications, and 22nd is the balloting, 28th allotment of share, and the listing date will be on the 2nd of May. So Shane, should we take the questions?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Leo and Mr. Lu, for just now the presentation and explain to us how is a Ten Holdings Bhd is doing.
Thank you.
Right. The first question is asking, what are the unique economics of single 4G or 5G tower deployment in rural Sarawak in capex?
Unit economics. Actually, in our tower investment for 25 million, we have identified some of the site, but I would say all the site we identify will be in the urban area. So because as I mentioned just now, we will foresee that there'll be a lot more demand for the 5G in the urban area. And then that's where we see that the deployment cost will be lower because the tower will be they will call monopole. The typical size is about 18 meter or 24 meter. So in the rural side, usually the tower is in the height of like 60 meters, 76 meters, or even over 90 meters. So in the rural side, for the tower, the gestation will be longer. So, and then smart tower, the state government initiative, or the Jendela Tower, their focus is on the rural. So for commercial, however, it will be urban area. So that's the answer for the questions.
Okay, thank you.
So in terms of future proof, okay, never mind. Shane, you go ahead now.
Oh, okay. Okay, asking like in now the environment, because of the technology advancement, is Ten will build hybrid satellite plus the hybrid model future-proof for Sarawak?
Actually, what we have, we are in a very unique positions because of the what they call diversified technology portfolio. Basically, we have the satellite. Okay, in the satellite, we also can offer the so-called traditional satellite, which is a geo, which is a bit 36 kilometer away from the Earth, or the low Earth orbit, like in the commonly we know as Starlink, right? So we have the geo satellite. We also have the LEO satellite. At the same time, from our teleport is actually a significant what do you call it, asset in the whole ecosystem. So at the teleport that we have there, we also have the fiber optic cable. So they can connect to the customer, can meet a more sophisticated requirement from the customer. But the most important thing that we want to emphasize is that we are technology agnostic. So for the past 20 years, in the form of satellite, we went through the C-band, KU band, KA band, and now the Starlink. In the fixed link business, satellite fiber optic business, we all know that there's a ADSL many years ago. Like in the telecom, they have the streaming services 1 meg, 2 meg, 4 meg, and then the business evolved from ADSL to VDSL. We start to see 10 meg, 20 meg. And then now we are offering GPON, which is running 100 meg, 800 meg, 1 gig. So we went through all the whole evolutions of the industry, whether it's a satellite or whether it's a fixed link. So it doesn't matter. Important thing is the captive market that we have, the customer that we are serving. So when there is any new advancement in the industry, then we welcome it and we will bring it to the customer. So in that sense, I think our business is more business proof that we are not tied down with one particular single technology. We cannot say that we are a technology company, like we spend a lot of money in the R&D and then we don't know whether how is the market perception or acceptance of the technology. We usually don't do that.
Okay, quite clear, okay. Okay, he's asking for the peer. How do you position yourself with the peer in the telecommunications research provider like Sakofa and OCK?
First of all, we'd like to clarify that we are compared to this Sakofa or CK, of course, this is just example, but we want to clarify that we are actually a service provider. So we have the fiber, we have the satellite. In order for us to provide connectivity services to the customer, we are less like people who actually go out and do the contractor work, or resell unified services. We are not. We are a service provider. We hold a similar license like TM, like Time.com. Compared to Celcom Axis Digi, we do not have the spectrum. That's why we do not provide the SIM card services. But for other of the peer, you can in our industry, we are actually the one that can provide a comprehensive services to the customer, like similar like TM or Time.com. Sakofa, they are more like tower play. OCK, I think they are a major of the business is from tower rental, right? For tower, we are quite insignificant to us for the segment 3. Segment number 3, yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what environmental measures are in place during tower construction and fiber deployment?
Environmental measure. Okay,
This question is more on the CSR, ESG and CSR. Oh, CSR, yeah.
What environmental measure? Like how do we take care of the environment? Is that or CSR?
Yeah, ESG.
Yeah, but just like the tower, a lot of people might complain that they don't want the tower to be in front of their house or near to their home.
That more on the health but actually, if you talk about the health issues, the authority, particularly MCMC and SMA, they always have the town hall session. They have the engagement dialogue with the residents, and they usually will bring in the what they call the Malaysia Nuclear Agency to do the talk, to do the awareness. But in terms of the environmental, you see our tower, the monopole that we have is 18 meter. We do not even require to do a fencing because it's just like a lamp pole. So the footprint is very minimum. But of course, you talk about rural, maybe that is a different case. They have to cut down the tree, they have to do the sword rotation, cut and fill, they have to do the access road. But for us, it's not so much. The footprint is very small. 18 meter, you don't even need to do a fencing, just like a lamp pole. So as for the fiber is we have two forms of deployment. Number one being the open trenching, where we have to dig and then bury the duct underground. So usually when we after we bury the duct, we have to do the landfill, fill back, and then go and put back the turf. So for us, there's not much issue in terms of environmental. The other methods of deployment is trenchless. They call it HDD, horizontal directional drilling. So that part even less because it's underground. You won't actually create any damage to the surface. So for us, the environmental is not a big concern.
Okay.
That's why I'm a bit
yeah, it's clear.
don't know to take this question.
Okay. How is your company contributing to digital inclusion like in the rural and underserved communities?
Actually, like just now Michelle mentioned about the CSR. So number one, what we offer is that usually the rural initiative are carried out by the government because it's quite a costly exercise. So we have to go to the rural place to provide them with connectivities. What we always require to do is to give the so-called, not to say technology transfer, but knowledge transfer. Like for example, our guys go to the longhouse or the kampong, we will be able, we have to go and educate them, or help them to download the apps, to assist them in terms of their login, how to get them registered. And other than that, we also engage the rural people to assist us in maintaining the site. So in that sense, we will be able to transfer the knowledge to them on how to, for example, how to rectify when they have an AP issue, how to reboot the network. So that is one thing. But on the other hand, we have deployed more than 40 site CSR. That is from our initiative. Like for example, recently we have a flood issue. So during the Chinese New Year time, we got the urgent call. That was, I think, the 3rd day of Chinese New Year. So they have an urgent requirement that the PPS, Pusat Pemindahan Sementara, that means it's like temporary flood relief center. So they do not have the coverage or connectivities. So the authority called us. So that was on the evening of the 3rd day of Chinese New Year. So on the 4th day of Chinese New Year morning, we have 5 teams to install at the PPS throughout the Sarawak. So I think that is one thing that we are able to do in a very short period of time. Even 2 weeks ago, there is one more site. There's a sudden flood. They opened up the PPS, the release center. So we went in there also to provide the link to the center. So I think that is the minimum we can do for the remote area for underserved communities.
You also provide the remote area for the connection, also help the rural place people to educate, teach them how to connect the Wi-Fi and log in.
Yes.
Okay, the next question just now, Mr. Lu already answered. Is there anything you want to add on?
I think the customer
That's customer A, yeah.
for us for a long time now, but I think we do not have the consent by the government to actually give a lot more details than what we wish to. But basically, there was over 200 officers throughout Sarawak, be it national park or be it the compliance centers at the timber logging camp. Those are Sarawak government center. They will require connectivities, and we are the service provider. So unless anybody can put the fiber to the jungle, we will see that the business will be there for us. We can't tell that whether we'll be able to grow the business significantly or whether the business is going to maintain as what it is today. But what we are certain is that this business will not go away.
Of course, because everyone needs a connection and Wi-Fi.
Yes, especially also the government office. If you go to the national park, okay, previously they have to use the very manual way of issuing a ticket, But today they can actually give you an online form of ticket.
Okay. How many additional VSAT sites are you planning to deploy in the upcoming years, and what is the drive for these expansion strategies?
In terms of the future deployment, we will foresee that there will be more demand coming in to us from the the school education sector, and also from the health sector. So currently, we're talking about Sarawak. A lot of you might know that there is a lot of negotiation going on the MA 63. One of them is about the autonomy of the health sector and also the education sector. So we can see that there were a lot of changes happening today, and there will be more coming up in the future. So with that, we have get a slide of the business in the education sector, and we think that we can't give the number, but we will foresee that the demand is going to increase. The health, we still do not have business from the health sector, but we will foresee that when the negotiation happening more solid in the future, we'll be able to benefit from it. So the other part is the oil and gas. A lot of us heard about the oil and gas between Petronas and Petros. So there were a lot of new development in Petros. So I think with that, Richtem will be in a very good positions to benefit from the business coming in from whether it's Petronas or whether it's Petros. We do not have the business from the oil and gas before, especially on the offshore. But with the what do you call that, resellership from Starlink, we will be able to offer not just the gyro form of services, a C-band or KA band. We will be able to also offer them with the Starlink services. So the other thing we look at, we're going to take a very closer look will be the maritime. Currently, we only have one business, one vessel that is running on our service. But ever since we sign up with Starlink, we get a lot of requests or inquiry from people in the like fishing boat, all these people. So that will be the future drive in terms of the result.
Okay. Hope so in the future you will expand your business to other sector too. Okay. This is about financial question. Could you share what is the key drive behind the high PAT margin in FPE 24 compared to FPE 23?
Leo, maybe I will take this question.
Okay.
Okay, I think for FPE or financial year 24, where we make a profit of about 70 million, this is is an exceptional year. So we cannot use it to compare with 2023. The main reason why 2024 we have such a high PAT margin is because of two reasons. First, the Jendela project is a 2 years project, actually ends on June 2024. So now we are actually at the extension stage. We have a renewal stage for 2 years. So because of the completion of phase 1, which is in June, we have some expenditure or claims that we have put in, we call it clawback. So that actually result in quite distortion in the profit figure. The other reason is that starting from January 2024, we actually have migrated most of our satellite services from the conventional KU band to KA band, which is provided by Measat. See, earlier when we first started Jendela, we have used the services of 2 foreign companies. One is NI Network Innovation. The other one is maybe Speedcast. We are not supposed to disclose. So in 2024, we have migrated to the Measat services, which is a KA band, and the cost is substantially lower compared to the earlier capacity that we took. So these are the two reasons why 2024 figures is exceptional. So if you want to look at the future, you have to go back to the 2023 as the baseline.
Thank you. There also a following up question is like the high double-digit PAT margin, just now you explained, is it will be sustainable going forward? Just now you also mentioned like we can look at 2023, right?
Double digit, yes.
Okay, I think this question also just now, Mr. Lu also explained like, what is the contribution because of the revenue growth, after the COVID? Do you have anything want to add on?
I
Basically,
think this,
because of, sorry, yeah, Leo, you go ahead.
okay, Mr. Lu, you want to talk?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, because of COVID, the government actually rolled out the Jendela and Saluran projects. So we are the major beneficiaries of this government initiative. That's why you will see that our revenue have grown quite a lot from 2022 and 2023.
And also, if you since you're talking about post-COVID recovery period, so if you can Google it. We in Sarawak, the Sarawak government actually have this so-called PCDS 2030 Post-COVID Development Strategy 2030. So one of the key focus will be on the digital economy. So with that, I think there'll be a lot of there were a lot of initiative coming up. One being all the government officers, the internet capacity, they have increased tremendously, even the post-COVID. So people, 2020, because of COVID, there will be a demand for the more bandwidth. However, in 2024, in 2025, we see that the demand is even greater. So we will expect the trend to continue until beyond 2030.
Quite good. You still have plenty room to grow.
Yes.
Okay, they're asking about your client. How sticky is your client base and how easily they will shift to other telco provider?
I think this industry is very competitive. We cannot say that we have the customer with us forever. But what we can do is that we just have to focus on what we are doing and what the good work that we've been doing. So it's proven that the customer appreciate the effort that we've been putting in, be it the customer service, be it the continuous investment in our asset, so that they'll be able to have a better quality of service from us. So I think that one is important. I mean, we can't control whether the customer want to go to another service provider, but our track record speak volume on how we are able to retain with the customer.
About this, how many percentages is recurring customer?
Actually, if you look at our customer, majority of the customer, you look at our revenue, actually majority of our revenue are recurring. We are not so much a one-off, like for example, we got to lay the fiber and then we walk away. No, we lay the fiber so that we can give you internet services. We are not going to lay a fiber for you and then that's it. No, we lay a fiber, we don't charge you the fiber cost. We don't transfer the capex to you, but instead we give you the internet connectivities. So for example, if you are at the condo, you're probably subscribing to 100 meg, 300 meg, and 100 meg, like what we have nationwide with TM or time.com. We have that services, we have that offering to our customer. And at the same time, we also have many enterprise customer that, like for example, hotel, for example, a multinational company, they are using our internet services. So we cannot say that we are the only service provider. However, you look at those bigger organizations, usually they will require redundancy sort of services. They will take a service from us. At the same time, they will take a service from another service provider. So that in the event of any service disruption, their operations can still run smooth. So with that, we see that there is a very healthy competition, especially in Sarawak, where we do not have so many service providers like what you have in the West Malaysia.
Yeah, understand. They stay on also because of your good quality and reputation.
Yes.
The The next question, okay, overall is asking like, what is your estimate about the number of telecommunication tower required for full network coverage across Sarawak, and what is your outlook about this?
So actually, if you look at the Sarawak land, we are almost like in equal to the whole of West Malaysia. As such, the Sarawak government actually did a estimate or survey. So they come up with numbers. It's on the news that Sarawak requires 7,000 towers, state-wise. So at this moment, there are close to about 5,000, 4,000 plus that are in service. So you can see that there is a room for additional 2,000. So at that time, when they did the survey, we are talking about 4G. The numbers was, I think, 5 years ago that we need 7,000 towers. And today, with the new development on the 5G services, we will foresee that the requirement will be even more. Because when you talk about tower, we are talking about two things. Number one is the coverage. That means you can cover how many radius, 5 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 1 kilometer. The other one is talking about capacity building. So you need to build more capacity. So whether the antenna is installed on the tower structure or on the rooftop. So when there are more people staying at the area, you need to build more capacity. So I think and then in our utilization proceed, we are putting in 100 towers. So I think that is very minimum numbers compared to the total number required in order to provide a meaningful coverage for the entire state.
Also, you will focus on Cebu, Miri, and Bintulu, right?
Correct, in Kuching as well.
Kuching. Okay.
Even in KL, I think some of the area we still do not have a good coverage, right, or capacity.
That's why the minister is complaining.
You myself, telco also. Okay. Also, even the bad weather lah, especially. Okay. I think tonight we answer almost all of the question. Okay. Okay. Before we end, Leo and Mr. Lu, do you have any closing remark want to share with our investor?
I think before Mr. Lu talk, maybe I would like to bring up two key points. Number one, I think we have a very good captive market in Sarawak. Be it the services they're offering, be it research services or fiber services or the tower. So we have a very good local presence in Sarawak. So, and we all know that the Sarawak state has the biggest budget among all the state in Malaysia. So 2025, if I'm not mistaken, is something in the region of 15 billion. So the other day when we did the prospectus launching, the Deputy Premier Professor Sim, he mentioned in his keynote address that it's something like 5 times of Selangor, on like 15 times of Penang, something like that in that region. That means there a lot of government spending you can expect. Actually, it's now this year, and next year they'll be looking into more spending. So you can see there is a lot of mega project coming up. Actually, this year, just last week, we read in the news, our premier announced that there'll be a new IBC, International Broadcasting Center, coming up. I think it's like something like 300 million. And then I think last 2 days, they're talking about the Borneo Convention Center, 400 million, BCCK2. And then in the coming months, there'll be a new international airport, a new deep sea port. So there are a lot of these upcoming projects, not to mention the ongoing, like for example, the near completion of the Penn-Borneo Highway, and also the ART, the hydrogen ambitions from the government. So they actually attract a lot of foreign investor, and also, so we see that there'll be a lot more demand for bandwidth. So it's going to benefit the industry, not just for Richten. But for the service provider, I think there's a good opportunity for us. Number two, I think we price our IPO at a very attractive valuations at about 10 times the PE. So I think that's a two key point that I would like to highlight.
Yeah, maybe we just quote what the ministers say. I mean, Rich10 IPO is not, we are not just investing in a listing. We actually, you will be actually investing in Sarawak.
Yeah.
So I think we will be able to capitalize on the vibrant economy in Sarawak, and any upgrade in the telecommunication infrastructure, we will be one of the key beneficiaries. So I think Sarawak is the place that we should be looking at.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Leo, and thank you, Mr. Lu, for the presentation tonight.
Thank you,
And
Xiang.
yeah, and again, once again, congrats on upcoming listing on the main market on 2nd of May.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Xiang.
Thank you,
Good
Sid.
night,
Good
good night.
night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Michelle.